So check it out. I just peeped this interview that my man, Mr. DJ Vlad, big ups to DJ Vlad. He conducted an interview with Miss Ayanna Jackson. For those of you that are unfamiliar, or maybe you just weren't quite in the loop or hip to this when it particularly happened back in the 1990s, Ayanna Jackson is the woman that accused Tupac of raping her back in late 1993. All right. Now, that allegation was obviously crap. I didn't believe it back then. I'm not believing it today. Okay. But they was able to pin some other charges on Tupac back then, which were absolutely whack. So basically what happened was, this is the woman responsible for getting Tupac sent to prison in upstate New York for almost 1 year, like 11 months or something like that. And the charges were whack. It was just like, wow, really? You really want to mess with this guy? Anyway, I watched the interview. There were some things that she said that I was just like, okay, that might have happened. But let's start from the beginning, okay? First, she says she met Tupac at Club Mel's. You know, this is like November 1993. She said at the time he was working on Above the Rim. So I guess they were still filming or something like that. I don't know. She said she met him at Club Mel's. She was in the, I think it was Club Mel's. She said she was in the VIP section. You know, Vlad asked her if she was a Tupac fan. She was like, I was a casual fan. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm more into R&B, but I was a casual fan. So I'm thinking, okay, you're a casual fan. Okay, number one, and you're not into hip-hop like that. You're more so into R&B. Why are you even here at the club? Why are you here at the club? You know, I'm just listening to what she's saying. I'm just listening to what she is saying. Why are you at the club? Talking about my personal living experience when I used to go out to the clubs and stuff like that. From my personal experience, from my personal observations, normally when women go to the clubs, they normally don't go alone. They normally, unless they're rolling, unless they got that work for you, they normally don't go alone, okay? They normally go with at least one friend, okay? She didn't mention any other friends or, you know, or her girls clique or anything like that. No, she was just talking about her. She said she was in the VIP section. She said Tupac approached her from behind. He put his hands down both of her back pockets on her jeans. And then when she turned around, he was like, hey, I'm Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, okay, great. So she was like, the two of them after that, they left the VIP section. They went down to the dance floor area, the general dance floor area. She was like, they were dancing, just dancing. Then they started kissing. And then eventually that night, the two of them had sex at least a few times. Okay, so, you know, she's down for the jump off. Okay, big ups to her. You know, I'm just listening to what she is saying. I'm just listening to what she is saying. Okay, went down. And then she was like, you know, afterwards, you know, the following morning, she was like, she stayed in the hotel room. She was like, you know, Tupac asked for her number. She gave him her number. She said they chilled again a few more times, but no sex was involved until the night of the incident. You know, DJ Vlad asked her, okay, let's go to the incident. What happened at the incident? What, you know, tell everybody about that. That's when I'm listening to her thinking, okay, she's about to fuck her story up, because 3 minutes into the beginning of this interview, I'm like, okay, you already sound a little suspect. But anyway, what was she saying? She said first Tupac came in. He was like, I'm a little stressed out. She was like, could you give me a massage? She agreed. So, you know, I guess it's, you know, Tupac got money. So it's a big hotel room, okay? They got that. Maybe it's probably a suite, maybe. I don't know. She was like, there's a living room and there was the bedroom that we was in with the door closed. She's on top of him. You know, he's lying on his chest with his head down. And she was on his back, you know, giving him a back massage. And then she said at one point he turned over, and then she's still on top of him. So she's straddling him at this point, and she's like massaging his shoulders and things like that. And then she said at one point, eventually they started kissing and stuff. And then she said eventually some dudes from the living room, she was like, some guys came in from the living room. You know, they came in, you know, like she didn't say how many guys, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. She didn't give a count. But she was like, the guys came in, and she was like, the whole time Tupac was telling her, hey, relax, relax. She was like, Tupac took his hand, his wrist, because she said she had braids at the time, wrapped it around her braids, and brought her head down to him, you know, because, well, they were kissing, right? So, okay, fine. And then she starts talking all this other stuff, how the guys came in, was looking at her. It must have been dark, I'm guessing. She was like, the guys were looking at her, talking about, oh, she got a fat ass. They started grabbing her, this, that, blah, blah, blah. She said during this whole time, she was like, she had eye contact with Tupac the whole time. She was like, some of the guys came in, she had on a black dress and black sock, and she said the guys that came in, they started tearing her clothes off, tearing her stockings off, grabbing her butt, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to stop there for right now. I'm going to stop there, because the rest, she comes out with some very conflicting statements. Like, this is where it gets crazy. And I began to think about this, like, let's travel. Come along with me, folks. Let's travel to the land of realistic imagination. Let's just say in the land of realistic imagination, me, myself, personally, for whatever reason, I decided to be a cop because, I love the police. Let's say I decided to be a police officer. Not only am I a police officer, I'm a detective. I'm a detective. And I was just told, okay, this all happened. That whole crap with her story, that happened already. And I'm just told, I'm just informed recently, like, okay, hey, you got a case. You got a new case. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving this case. And so this chick is going to come down to the department where I work at that point in time. And she's going to let me know, I'm basically in DJ Vlad's position. How he was conducting the interview, basically, I'm in DJ Vlad's position. So I'm basically asking her, okay, tell me about this incident. What's going on? This is my case. I'm on the clock and I like work. It's my primary hobby and all that. So I'm going to do what I do the best way that I can. That's my point of view. That's my approach towards everything that I do, So I'm listening to this chick talk. And it's like, wow, yo. I mean, a lot of what she said, it just was not adding up. And I'm like, yo, wait a second. Like, I feel like, I'm going to do my job whether I'm accepting the crap that she's telling me or not. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to listen to what she's saying. But I'm sitting there like, yo, this chick was talking wild. She was talking about like, yo, while the dudes were ripping her clothes off, Tupac was right there. I had eye contact with Tupac the whole time. She said that he said, well, I like you a lot or something like that. And, I like you so much. I think you're so cool that I want to share you with the homies, which personally I don't believe. And she said that happened. Then at another point, she said Tupac left the room. How did Tupac leave the room when you said the whole time you was straddling him? You was on top of him. You know what I'm saying? And then she said she left the room. She said Tupac's manager said, you can't leave the room right now. Just go to the bathroom, clean yourself up, settle down, this, that, da-da-da. She just said a lot of stuff that I'm just like, yo. And like I said, back then when this went down, I didn't believe it. I didn't buy it. And I'm definitely not buying it today. I think she's kind of full of crap. But let me continue. And I'm thinking about this. Let's say in the back over here in the land of realistic imagination, I'm a police detective, right? This is my case. So I'm entertaining this. I'm listening to her. And I'm thinking, and I peeped the whole interview, and I'm listening. If that was my whole interview with her, I'm like, yo, I would probably be blown away. I was like, okay, now you're going to make it difficult for me. Because I want to do my job successfully. I want to do my work successfully. But I'm listening to what this chick's saying, and it's like, yo, you're making this real difficult. You're saying a lot of different things that really do not add up completely at all. It sounds like crap. So now if I want to do my job correctly, effectively, you know what I'm saying? If I want to do what I do for a living effectively, correctly, the work that is, that means I gotta go the distance and then some. Because it's like, yo, how? Okay, so I have to figure out if this dude is guilty or innocent. She's claiming he's guilty. She's talking to all this, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none routine that she claims that Tupac allegedly ran on her, which I do not believe also. I'm like, come on, okay, but I'm going to do my job. I'm on the clock. So it's like, all right, let me go investigate this crap because she sound wild. She talking wild. Nothing adds up. I did a little, but me being a detective and me paying attention to detail naturally, you know what I'm saying? I do my personal investigative reports, my own investigative homework, like, a lot of people have been responding to it online, like Daz Dillinger. I like Daz Dillinger Wood Harris, the actor that was with him, Motar from Above the Rim, because, you know, she said he was filming Above the Rim at the time. You know, he was still in that process. You know, I like listening to stuff from the other side from people that was actually there. Daz and Wood, they didn't say the same thing, but what they said actually was similar. Tupac also, he spoke on, you know, allegedly what happened that night. He said some similar things also, but like I said, all three of these guys did not say the same things, but what they said was similar. Like Dez and Wood Harris, they was like, yo, this chick, come on, man. It's like, what, and of course, what they said totally conflicted with what she was talking about. She's painting herself out like just some innocent little girl that just, oh, I met Tupac, so I hang out with Tupac. Yo, honestly, I think this chick was full of capital B baloney on steroids. I'm like, this chick is whack. Wow. Like Wood Harris, when he spoke about it during his interview with Michael Rappaport, he said, he was like, he didn't really get too deep into it. He just spoke on it for a little while. He was like, you know, come on, man. She topped him off on the dance floor. Daz said that also. He was like, come on. She topped him off on the dance floor. And I think Wood and Daz kind of said the same things. They were like, well, maybe Wood said this. He was like, you know, dudes there, you know, I mean, come on. She ain't some innocent girl. Dudes there knew what it was. They was touching her like she got touched by multiple dudes. You know what I'm saying? Multiple dudes was in on that. They was touching her, you know, she was having a good time with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Daz said, he was like, because like that was one of my questions. It's like, hold up, you don't like hip hop or rap. You're a casual Tupac fan, but yet you're in the VIP area where Tupac is. And Daz was saying the only reason, basically, this is what I gathered. Basically, what Daz was saying is the only reason she was there was because of Haitian Jack. Haitian Jack's one of Tupac's homies. He was like, Daz was like, Haitian Jack was a local boss. You know what I'm saying? So she got in there and she got on with Tupac basically because of her personal association with Haitian Jack. She was like, Haitian Jack had that first. And then when she got into VIP, she met Tupac and that went wherever it went. Okay? That's what I'm saying. If I was a police detective and this was my case, I mean, I'm listening to her, but I'm looking at her like, come on, man. I love the way how during this interview, she didn't talk about the DNA test results that they conducted. You got raped. Oh, we got to do DNA tests. The DNA tests were negative. Negative all the way around. Tupac ain't touch her. Nobody touched her sexually, you know, in regards to the night in question. So, wow. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And I love the way how 25 years later, damn near, this chick want to come out the woods now talk about, oh yeah, Tupac raped me. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, she wants to talk about it now. Now you want to go public. You ain't really go public before. You know? And DJ Vlad mentions it on his video how, like, you know, other parties that were involved, they didn't even want to talk about it. Oh, but now you want to talk about it. You probably want to get paid. I'm guessing. You want to talk about something that's 25. To me, that's like somebody coming out the woodwork about Bob Marley or Marvin Gaye or, you know, just somebody that ain't around no more. Get out of here. Talk about, oh yeah, they raped me. He raped me. Man, come on with that. You know what I'm saying? If you buy into this crap that this chick is spewing, if you believe in what she is saying, some of the things she was saying, it's like, okay, that sounds realistic. That might have happened, but overall, nah, I'm not buying into it. You know, if anybody has her on a talk show, which may happen, if anybody has her on a talk show to talk about this, oh my goodness, I hope Oprah doesn't do it. Oh, there's a lot of people I hope that have these public platforms. I hope they don't do it because it's like I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking about, wow, if I was really on a case as a police officer, as a detective, and this is my case, I'm sitting here listening to this chick like, okay. There was even some parts of the interview where I felt like Vlad was even probably saying the same thing, just like listening to her and just like, after she was done talking, just kind of like, aha, like, okay. I don't know where this came from. Real talk, I'm just saying, that was 25 years ago. It wasn't true, it didn't happen anyway. So I don't even know what you're kicking or trying to, you know, coordinate with right now. But yo, man, yo, look it up. Look up the interview. Look up. I mean, so many people are reacting to it and responding to it. Yo, look it up on YouTube. Look it up online. I mean, it's just like, wow. To me, I don't quite get it myself. I'm just saying, I don't quite get it myself. I'm just saying, yo, this chick straight up said, all right.